million if he makes next year's All-NBA team. And then there's Zach LaVine, 5-year, $215 million. That's not only the largest in Bulls history, but the team's first ever $100 million deal. And then, fresh off his top 4 MVP finish, Devin Booker, he accepted the Suns' Supermax offer worth a projected $224 million over 4 years when it starts in 24-25. And then Booker's college teammate Karl-Anthony Towns is signing that same exact deal, 4 years, $224 million to stay in Minnesota long term. By the way, both of those deals negotiated by Jess Holtz, the first woman to ever do so. And then 2-time reigning MVP Nikola Jokic agreed to the largest contract in NBA history, a projected $270 million over 5 years for Nikola Jokic. So joining us now is senior writer for Andscape, one Mr. Mark Spears. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for being here with us. All right, all those stars, they just signed max deals. So which player, and I want to start with you here, Mark, is most likely to go on and win a title this season with their franchise?
Of the ones we have available, I'm going with the Suns. They're a year removed from being in the finals. And even if they don't have max money that they want to give DeAndre Ayton, I hear there's several teams that do feel like he's that kind of player. And then if such is the case and they do a sign and trade, then I think they'll get great value back for him. So I'm going to go with Suns and Devin Booker.
Rich?
Oh, man, that's tough. I honestly, I'm really interested to see with the Denver Nuggets. And I'm going to say that because it's been 2 years of without Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. in and out of that lineup. But there is no doubt that Jokic is 1, 2, 3, 4 best player in the world and has been one of the most consistent guys, doesn't miss games, shows up, is just about basketball. So I'm very curious when they get Jamal Murray back finally. So I think that team could win a championship. And to tell you the truth, the Kroenke family, they've already won a Super Bowl. They've already won a Stanley Cup. So why not mix in a Larry O'Brien?
All right. Perk?
I'm staying on the dark side. I'm going with Ja Morant. Did we mention Ja Morant?
Yeah,
we did mention Ja Morant.
Glad you were locked in.
So, shut up. Rightfully so. I'm going with Ja Morant. Here's why, right? When we talk about top 5 players in the NBA, I mean, we can have the argument all day long, but Ja Morant has shown us time and time again that when he steps on the floor with the best of them, he comes out looking like the best player that was performing, whether who's on the floor. So when I look at the direction that the Memphis Grizzlies is going in, and I look at their young core, I look at their experience, and some may say if Ja Morant didn't get hurt last year, we already know what could have happened. That's neither here nor there. I'm going with the dark.
Okay. All of New Orleans, Phoenix, depending on what happens with KD especially, Minnesota and Memphis have pathways to get this far, to be a title team at some point in the lifetime of these sort of deals. But for next season, the answer is the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr. to me becomes the single most important swing factor player in the NBA. If Michael Porter Jr. is back on the trajectory he looked like he was in the bubble and beyond, Denver is a scary, scary team next year. If that back injury has set him back, no pun intended, then it's a little bit more unknown. But I think next year, pending KD, obviously Phoenix is involved in that. I'm going Denver.